Okay, welcome back to Plastic Models by a Regular Dude, the M Group build. As you can see here, I've got paint on the model. And what I was going to originally, I was going to do a video of painting with this MIG olive drab modulation set, but it was going to be like ultra tedious, and I'm just not ready to video any painting right now. I got to come up with some kind of a procedure, but anyway, I've got I used it, and what I did first was I first primed with black Vallejo surface primer, which is pretty good stuff. I used it right out of the bottle. And then I thought, it's kind of crazy because this is an olive drab vehicle, so I shot a thin layer of the US olive drab surface primer to get a good base down. And for that, I used my new Iwata HPM2 single action, and I have to say that it really works really well. I like it. And at some point I am going to do maybe like a review kind of thing on it and show how it works, but this is something that I would use for clears, for base coats and stuff like that, just for pretty large stuff. But I found that it does actually spray pretty fine, and this control in the back really helps control the amount of paint flow. So anyway, that's what I use for that. Once I got it all primed, then I busted out my Iwata Eclipse HPCS, which is just the best airbrush I've ever owned, and I really like it. It works really well, and this is what I used. So I used the modulation set, and I did according to the instructions, and I was going to change it, but I thought, I'm just going to stick with the way they say to do it and see how it turns out. Now, you start with the dark base, then you use the olive drab base, then the light base, and then the other light base, which is even lighter. And I use kind of the same method, a light source coming from in front, center, kind of up high. I just wanted to see how it works, and it works good, and I need to work on my skills, obviously, but as you can see here, I did get some variation. You can especially see it between the lower part and as it goes up. Then I've got shadows along the edges of the this edge around the turret ring. I went a little dark on these two sides here since they're sloped down, and then I did dark on the back here and here with the lighter color here, but I didn't go too light because it is in the back. So it does spray really well. Didn't take any thinning at all, and it's easy to control. I really like it. So I'm really gonna enjoy working with it, I think, and as I progress, my skills will get better. Same thing on the turret, except the turret I went a little bit darker overall because it is in such a shadowy situation because of the rocket launcher. Highlights here and here, top of the barrel here, front of the mantlet. The back of the turret is mainly dark, a little lighter up here. Same with the rocket launchers. I went with the dark underneath, and that was it. And then to do the top, I think I got a pretty good, it's kind of hard maybe to tell in the light, but I think I got a pretty good effect on here because I did the dark first, and then hitting it at an angle I did the other colors, so it would just hit basically the highlights. I was able to spray across the top, so it did give me some darker shadowy areas, which I don't know if it's really necessary because of natural shadows, but I'm doing the thing. So I've got the base coats on there. Okay, so that is done. I got the base coats and the highlights and everything on the bogies. I didn't go as much on here because they're down below. So I just did a little bit of highlighting on the outer edges, but mainly used the dark. And it's going to be covered by a lot of mud and stuff too. So, you know, when you see stuff like that from, you know, the tweezers, it's going to be under the tracks anyway. So I should be good. So the painting is done as far as the base coats. Now I'm going to start with weathering. And what I'm going to do is the first thing I'll do is spray a clear coat. I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet, but I'll come back later and talk about that. I'm going to spray a clear coat on here and then start using the washes. But for now, the painting, as far as the base coats are done, then I can do a clear coat. Then I want to do like a filter type thing, and then I'll start with streaking and all that other kind of stuff. So for now, that is what I've got, and I think I'll end this video with that today. I don't want to drag it out too long. And the next time I'll come back, I'll talk about a little bit about the clear coat and the filter and all of that. So that is that. And then pretty quick, and I'll be doing a kind of a standalone but tie-in video of the Kaizen Sherman T54E1 tracks, which are the correct tracks for this vehicle, with the duck bills. I kind of want to do a build, an inbox and build review, just to see how they work and to see what they look like and give my thoughts and comments on it. But that's going to be coming up too. So that is it for now. Thanks for watching again. Plastic Models by Regular Dude, the M Group build, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.